As we have been promising today, it's time to get on to our special for a Saturday, hour number 2. We have welcomed in some guests from the musical Rent going on here in Korea. From today, it's celebrating its 20th anniversary of its career premiere, and it's back on stage after a 9-year absence. So we're lucky enough to welcome into the studio today Andy Señor Jr., the Overseas Cooperative Director. I hope I'm getting your name and title right. You can correct me in a second. And Jeon Na-young, the role of Maureen. Good morning to you guys.
Good morning.
Did I mess anything up?
No.
Okay,
You
good.
said my name perfectly.
So far, so good. So Andy is in charge of Overseas Corporation Production
I mean,
Director?
that's very official. But
Okay.
basically what it is I'm the associate director for Rent.
Okay.
And then I'm directing the production here.
Oh, fantastic. And Jeon Na-young, for anyone who is listening, I don't know how long ago it was, maybe like about 8 months, 6 months ago for Aida.
Yeah.
You were in the studio singing your lungs out in the morning time.
I remember that.
Thank you so much for coming back and accepting our invitation.
I'm so excited to be back.
So, Andy, first up, I heard you've come from quite a distance to be here, and with Corona-19, was that difficult? And how far have you come?
Well, I live in Barcelona.
Okay.
And so I've come all the way from over there. And it was a bit of a process, particularly at the time when I was getting the visas and so forth, because they kept on changing the regulations and the rules.
Okay, when did you come then?
I got here, how long ago? 5 weeks ago?
Okay.
I arrived.
I think even longer.
We started rehearsals 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I got here 2 weeks before that, so I had to do the quarantine.
So you've been here since April, maybe late April?
April 31st, April 27th, I think it was when I left.
Okay, so, Korea's quarantine-like regulations, the system's getting a lot of attention globally, a lot of positive praise. How was it actually personally for you coming in then?
Coming in, it was a little nerve-wracking, just because I was like, oh my God, should I really be getting on a plane right now?
Sure.
And doing all this travel? So that was a little scary, but because there were so many rules and regulations and constant temperature checks and everybody was wearing a mask and so forth, it did give me a sense of safety.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Which is great. And then immediately upon arriving at the airport, I kept on stopping every like 5 feet, having to do some kind of check, which was great.
Yeah, I guess that's reassuring, right?
Super reassuring. It made me feel actually more comfortable that they were going to intercept whatever issue there was along the way with somebody.
So coming from Barcelona as well, Spain was quite a hot spot in Europe for Corona-19.
Yeah, major hotspot.
How was it different here? Is it the same kind of protocols going on in Barcelona when you left? Because I think things have changed.
I think the only we were in a quarantine situation, so we could only go outside to get food.
Okay.
So now you could at least go for walks, but like we were indoors.
Yeah, under lockdown quite
strictly.
Under
lockdown, and because there were so many cases, like even like me, there was one day that I went to throw away the trash. And when I opened the bin and threw away the trash, there was like a gust of like trash breeze.
Lovely.
That coated me.
Okay.
And I thought for a second, I was like, whoa, what if somebody, can I get the coronavirus that way? The infections rates were so high that I was just afraid at every moment.
On edge, yeah. Well,
on edge.
I'm sure Na-young and the rest of the crew are really appreciative that you made the journey out here,
we were
right?
actually really scared that he couldn't come, maybe.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, because of course Rent is a beautiful production and I was very honored to become part of it. But I think working with the director from Broadway also made it even more special, and I really wanted that to go through.
Sure.
So every night I hoped. And then when I heard that he was quarantining in Korea, I was really, really grateful.
He's here. He can't escape anymore. Yeah. We've got him.
And I was also thinking, I mean, it's safer to be here than anywhere else.
It seems like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
From the headlines out there. And me being in Korea, I feel totally safe. But speaking to friends in the UK, it's a completely different situation over there, right?
My sister's so excited she can go out and have food tomorrow in a restaurant for the first time in 3 months.
I know, they've been on a very strict lockdown there, right? And as far as musicals go, there aren't many countries putting on these art performances at the moment, right? We talked earlier last week about Phantom of the Opera doing its run here in Seoul, and Andrew Lloyd Webber came out and said, yeah, we should take some notes from Korea to boost like the art scene. We don't have to be all doom and gloom. What do you feel like, Andy, coming here to do this performance? Do you feel reassured that the audience members, the cast, everyone's going to be safe? You're happy to do it?
Yeah, I'm thrilled that South Korea is leading the way in response to the coronavirus, and then I look on Facebook and I see all my friends,
Yeah.
are out of work.
Really?
All of them.
Oh, goodness.
Every
Okay.
single artist that I know,
That's
every theater
awful.
artist that I know is out of work.
Because there's no performances being put
There are
on.
no performances. And I've worked in the UK, I've worked in the United States, and I've worked in Holland. All of them are out of work.
That is a tragedy, isn't it?
It is a tragedy. And so being able to come here and work on this show and it's almost like keeping a light in that dark that yes, it is possible. We could actually still be recovering from and in the middle of the coronavirus without a vaccine, present in the moment, and still be able to put on theater in a responsible way, and that we can learn to live with the virus versus waiting to live until it passes.
Okay, that seems like this performance of Rent then is all the more meaningful,
That's
right?
exactly right.
We want it to go smoothly, go really well, to be a shining example to perhaps other countries, not just for Rent, but other performances as well, right?
Absolutely. And it's so much,
Fingers crossed.
it's a lot of what the show itself deals with, Rent. And, Jonathan wrote a musical about people living with the disease, with the AIDS, with the HIV virus, not dying from it.
What a happy coincidence in a way then to have this issue spotlighted at this time, right?
Yeah, it's a great time for the show to emerge.
And Na-young, you've been with us before, and we were getting some messages on our Facebook stream saying, oh, Na-young with the wonderful voice, the amazing, our favourite Na-young is back, says Yana and Siska and Leon. It's a different time to be living in almost from when we last met.
Wow, we couldn't have imagined.
Not
right?
at all. It was a completely happy
so
time.
So much happened in 2020 already.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts now, feeling different? Because when you came in last, it was for Aida.
Yeah.
The performances there, I assume, went well.
Well, yes. We were very lucky to be able to complete our run in Seoul.
Yeah.
But we also had a run in Busan.
Oh.
Yeah, but that one got cancelled.
Oh,
and
I see.
actually, we all did our last show on stage in Seoul, not knowing that it would be the last show ever
Oh, so when...
in the world.
When was that last show in Seoul then? Was that in this year, early this year?
This year, Blue Square Theatre.
Okay.
On the 23rd of February. That was our last scheduled show in Seoul.
I see, and that
then-
was when Corona started getting bad, perhaps.
Yes. And then after a month's break, we were going to Busan to have our last month of performances.
To say farewell on a global scale.
On a global scale, because Aida was not going to come back after this run. But us performers, everyone in staff crew and the audience, we didn't know that that was the last show of Aida.
That's a little
ever.
sad then to have it cut short like that.
It was
right?
very sad, but it also made us realize how precious the stage is and how precious it is to be able to do this craft.
Yes.
And again, coming back to Rent, where we talk about no day but today and seize the moment and be present, I think it's really teaching us that.
Yeah, it really does seem that not just for this field, but for all fields, we're getting to appreciate what we had and how precious just normal daily life was,
Definitely.
right? So in this musical, Na-young, you are playing the role of Maureen.
Yeah.
So what does that entail, and how did you transform from Aida to Maureen?
Yeah, how did that happen?
Yes.
How did I transform?
What does the role of Maureen entail? Because I'm not familiar. I've watched many musicals, but unfortunately not Rent. I'm ashamed to say.
Okay, Maureen, she is a very young, vibrant, bisexual performance artist.
Okay.
Who will always find something to to speak about or to fight against. And she has a performance that is a protest against gentrification.
Oh.
And she's one of the friends in her friend group.
Okay.
Of young artists.
So
Yeah.
is it taken a very different like route of preparation to Aida?
I think Andy has taken us on a very different journey.
Okay.
On a very non-conventional journey.
I would like to hear about non-conventional journeys.
What we all love about Andy is that he sees the person, not the actor, but the person.
Okay.
And he already sees the character inside of you, and he just, how do you say that? He just takes away the pieces that aren't the character.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a chip away.
Of the to get to the real core of that person as
Yeah,
like your
it's like
actors.
how it's like how Michelangelo created David. He basically chipped away everything that David wasn't.
Okay, wow. So is that your strategy when you work with a team? You try and do that with everybody?
Yeah, for myself, for me. That is my. I go very much on instinct, and I see that this one thing, and then I just start chipping away everything that isn't that person, that isn't the character.
Wow, that's such an interesting way to look at it, like Michelangelo sculpting away there. So you also have a long history with Rent yourself,
Yeah.
Andy. You used to star in it too?
Yeah, I started my professional career doing Rent back in 1997.
Oh, goodness, wow.
And then I was part of, I was in the Broadway company and the West End company, did 2 different tours, 2 of which the tours came through Korea.
Oh, so you've been here
I've
before
been here
multiple
before,
times?
Yeah, performing.
Okay, when was the last time you were here
The
then?
last time I was here was in 2010, I think, or 2009 or 2000. I think it's 2009
Okay.
at KBS Hall.
Oh, fantastic. So did you do a run here?
We
few
did a 1-month
performances?
run here.
So what's your impression of Korea when you first came? And has it changed a lot? Well, obviously with
The
Corona,
very
everywhere's
first time,
changed.
it was rougher. It was way more rough. The more charming aspects of Seoul that I see now,
Yeah.
I did not see at those points.
Okay.
But it was also during times winter,
Okay.
Oh,
which was very different as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weather really does give you a different impression.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then this time around, I feel that it's so developed in a very hip kind of urban coffee shop,
Yeah.
cute kind of way that I didn't see present the first time I came.
Okay,
the first
very
couple times.
like boutique-y, these independent
Very
cafes and
boutique-y
stuff.
and like, I'm going to go to Hanam-dong and go shopping and go to this little coffee shop.
Are
And,
you a fan of the change?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
I
Good.
do. I love that. That's the stuff that makes me, it's artsy and fun and cool. But I also love the traditional Korean aspects as well.
Fantastic. So Andy's got a long history. Na-young, obviously, you're now living in Korea permanently. So we're going to talk a lot more. We're going to have to squeeze in some music from Rent, obviously. So this first song that we're going to listen to, Take Me or Leave Me. Tell us a bit about this song then. Is this one that you sing actually in the performance?
Yes, I sing this song. It's a duet, and I sing it with Joanne, who is my partner in the show. And we are very different.
Okay.
And we're basically saying, you love me for who I am. I'm not gonna change. This is who I am. So
Take
you
me
take it or you leave.
Oh, fantastic. This is a version from Idina Menzel and Freddie Walker. We're going to give your throat a rest today, Na-young. We thought we're not going to make you swing. So we'll listen to this and we'll be back with some more questions. Send in your messages as well. Wow, that was a powerful number there. Take me or leave me. I'd like to have that attitude, that confidence, I suppose. We're back with Andy and Na-young from Rent, which is about to... Today you've got a performance, right? On the Saturday the 13th, like a preview. Is that
Today?
going out? Yes. Yeah,
It's
when this
our-
broadcast goes out. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we?
Is it today?
It's like I fell asleep and I skipped a week.
I believe on June 1st you had your showcase as well,
Yes.
right? What does that involve then? What's a showcase as opposed to like a preview and stuff?
It's an introduction of our show.
Okay.
So that people can get a snippet of what it's like. But we have showed some numbers in a different setting. We had a different stage and different costumes and
Wow. So it's like kind of a promo snippet for
Yeah.
what the press and stuff like that out there.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, I found it very curious. I was like,
Does that not happen in other markets?
not that way.
No.
No, not. It's. I mean, it was like a fully produced show kind of concert. But the costumes weren't. They didn't look like how they would look, and the set was not. Nor was it the staging. So
Oh,
it was,
really?
So, but it's for the press and media. So I was like, oh, this is curious.
Oh, it's like a whole separate mini production that you have to put
it's
on
almost
as
like
well.
it was very curious.
For any listeners who are not familiar and maybe haven't watched the musical as well, I see a lot of chat saying that many people know of Rent but haven't got to see it in their part of the world. What is the musical about in more detail with the storyline then? What's happening?
Yeah, Rent takes place in our version takes place in 1991. Jonathan Larson, the writer, basically wrote it as a way to respond to what was happening within his own community during the AIDS crisis in New York City.
Okay.
And it's the quick sentence is it's a group of artists and people that take care of each other in the time of the AIDS crisis in New York City.
So lots of budding artists and how they help each other get by.
It's also based on La Boheme, Puccini's opera.
Oh, like a modern day version of that.
It's a modern day version of La Boheme, which is La Boheme is the musical based on Sings de la Vie Boheme, which was I think a set of poems.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so a modern kind of reinterpretation of that.
Yeah.
With the title itself, Rent, when I first heard that, I was thinking, what is this, like a property musical or something like that?
Yeah.
What's that got to do with it then?
It's the lesser known part of the show, why the title Rent. But if you look in the dictionary, there's rent, which is what you
Pay for your house.
Your house or borrow for a very limited amount of time.
Sure.
But there's also the definition, which is the ripped apart.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
So, for example, if I have a rip in my jeans, I have a rent in my jeans.
Is that what it's also called? I did not know.
Yes. And so what in Jonathan's lyrics in the song Rent, the title song, he says, how do you leave the past behind when it keeps finding ways to get to your heart? It reaches way down deep and tears you inside out to your torn apart. Rent.
Wow. Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, I'm sure many people. I've never heard that definition of the title before.
I would say 99.9% haven't.
That's such an interesting background there, yeah. Leon's doing a bit of research. He's just messaged and say, I saw Na-young was involved in the Singapore theatre production too.
Yeah.
She acted in The Great Wall with Nathan Ha-tono.
yes,
Is this true?
this is true.
You can't hide anything from our listeners, Na-young, so you better get it out there, all the dirty details before they do. Working on Rent then, Na-young, what's been different in terms of the story as well as the working environment so far?
The setting is much more modern than Aida, for an example.
Of
Did
course.
you want to compare it to other productions?
Yeah, perhaps.
And also, Rent is a sung-through musical. So where Aida has songs and scenes with dialogues.
Okay.
The dialogues are embedded in the music in Rent.
So it's all singing throughout the show? Pretty much.
Oh,
wow.
Well, we do have dialogues, but not so much.
Oh, that's
a lot of
interesting.
dialogue in the music.
In the music
in the
itself, so
singing.
conversations happening in the songs as well.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Is that a bit tricky to get used to?
I actually like it. I like the flow of the music, and it's a very different style.
Would you like us to sing our conversation then, Niall?
Shall we from now on?
I cannot sing at all, so I'm not going to. So with Rent coming up, are you excited? Are you expecting the atmosphere to be the same as usual? Because with Corona-19, I guess we just never know, right?
I really wish people would get excited as much as they would go to a rock concert.
Okay, you want that kind of vibe.
And as touched as when they would watch a K-drama.
Oh, wow. That's what we're aiming for.
That's what I'm aiming for.
Rock concert / K-drama.
Yeah.
It's an interesting mix there. In terms of the musical itself then, for both of you, what are your favourite scenes or memorable lines or songs perhaps?
I think my favorite scene is Without You. it happens in the second act, and it's a song that Mimi and Roger sing, and it's a moment where Michael Greif, the original director, his staging I think is beautiful and so brilliant at that moment, because you see these three tables, and each couple, what it is they're dealing with in their life and in their circumstances.
Yeah.
And the song is gorgeous. Jonathan wrote a beautiful song, but the staging, it's beautiful. It's so poetic, and
So simple.
it's so simple, and it's just heartbreaking. I know for myself, when I was 22 years old and I saw the show for the first time, it was the first time that I saw two gay characters caring for each other, loving each other, and taking care of each other
on the stage as
on
the main
the stage
thing.
as the main thing. And I had never seen that growing up. So for me, that was a huge example. Being a gay artist, and yeah, for me, it blew me away to see that.
Yeah, I mean, these days it's a bit more common to see that kind of thing on the stage, on the screen, but back in the early days of Rent, this has been around since what?
1996.
1996, yeah. It was uncommon or maybe even unheard of at that time, right?
Yeah.
How about yourself, Niall?
But I don't want to spoil.
We don't want to spoil it completely,
No.
do we? So is one of your favourite scenes maybe a spoiler?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
But there's a song called "I'll Cover You,"
Uh-huh.
which Angel and Colin sing for each other, and then there is a reprise of that song in the second act.
Oh.
And
We're going to play that next, actually.
Yeah.
That's a good segue into that song. You didn't even know.
Yeah.
That is the role that you yourself played, Andy, right? Angel, was it?
Yes.
Is your character very different, the one you played back in your day, to the role here in Korea?
The intent is the same. The intention, which is to the I would say the symbol of love and unity. The person who pulls for love and unity in the group.
Yeah.
The expression is different. You know, I'm, Hoy, is one of the people who plays Angel, is very different person from me, but it's but both, valid interpretations.
Fantastic. Yeah. With the Korean language aspect to this then, Andy, were there many difficulties, like overseeing things?
It's the... Of course, it was written in English, and a lot of these intentions, I would say. I mean, you would probably know more because you're inside the actual language. But I do know that in having them to go get deeper inside of what the lyrics are saying. Sometimes that can be challenging because what the lyrics are saying something else, and it's not really quite capturing.
Yeah, but that's also very cultural.
Yeah.
So you can say the same thing, but in a different language, and you express it differently.
Exactly.
For an example, very simple. When I do this, talk to the hand, because I've got enough of that.
Yeah.
Koreans don't have this expression.
No, that'd be very foreign. It's
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
a bit crazy.
Yeah, but there's this bodily expression that you cannot teach someone. But
Sure.
yeah.
So on stage, is there any adaptations made for that, like to kind of cater for a Korean audience?
Not really. No, I do. You,
No, I don't think so.
No, I'm really doing my best to pull them into the world of what this is.
Yeah.
By means of them, like trying to connect with like where they are similar at the core,
Yeah.
and then building from there.
Okay, yeah. So sticking to the roots of this musical, I'm
Which
sure
is
that's
really
good.
smart, I think, because you
Sure.
cannot put a Latina on top of a Korean girl.
Sure, you
Yeah.
couldn't make that
Yeah.
same stretch. Fantastic stuff. We've still got part 3 of the interview to come, and we're going to play that song that you mentioned. This is the reprise of I'll Cover You, one of Niall's favourite parts. This is sung by Wilson Jermaine Heredia and Jessis L. Martin.
Jessie L. Martin.
Jessie L. Martin, there we go. Another big number there, Na-young clapping away, Andy singing in the studio. I'd love you to see behind the scenes here. We're with the Rent team. Andy, who's associate director of Rent, and Na-young, who's playing the role of Maureen. Lots of messages coming in as well. Yana saying, I actually first watched a play that was just done by my own friends at high school, and that made me fall in love with musicals. And I really feel the passion through the performances, and I feel your passion, Na-young, says Yana as well. Yeah, really powerful. I remember you singing last time, and yeah, blew everybody away here in the studio too. We also have Valerie, who says, I love doing dramas and acting, but unfortunately as an adult I don't get to do it as much. Is that something that you guys feel lucky to do? I feel it's almost like being, for me, if I was a footballer, doing my passion, I would think I'm the luckiest person alive, like every day, to get paid for that. Do you feel that way?
I 1,000% feel that way.
Okay.
I get to travel all over the world.
Uh-huh.
With different productions, not just Rent, but like there's other shows that I put up as well.
Yeah.
And I get to sit there and handpick the kind of people I want to spend my time with.
Yes. Wow.
And in the best shows, and doing shows that I'm passionate about.
Sure.
And then have that group together and learn about their culture.
Yeah.
And go have some tteokbokki or some raboki or
fantastic.
And really immerse myself inside the culture, and it's on somebody else's dime.
Yes, that's the best part, isn't it? Fantastic.
It's amazing.
You seem to have really immersed yourself, even knowing raboki as well.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of
yesterday.
those spicy rice cakes with the noodles then?
I love them.
Really?
I do. I love Korean food.
That's brilliant. 'Cause
Love Korean
a
food.
few foreigners that I've talked to, when they first tried tteokbokki, the texture of rice cakes is a bit unfamiliar. Were you on board from the beginning?
From the beginning, and I've actually now adapted it. I've started at home. I was like, I'm going to make macaroni and cheese using the rice cakes.
Oh, wow. With the macaroni cheese sauce.
Yes, but just getting my own. I did it the other day. I grated my own cheddar cheese, and then
Wow.
I made. And so it's because how sometimes when you eat macaroni and cheese, it gets really soggy.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No. Now with the tteokbokki rice cakes, it stays nice and chewy. So with the cheese, it's perfect.
Oh, wow. That sounds amazing. You're a proper Korean.
I'm patenting that recipe.
Yeah. You should put some kind of Korean language hashtag with the shot of the food. Koreans will go mental, I'm sure. It's amazing. How about you, Na-young? I remember talking to you last time, you got inspired through watching musicals, I think, to be a musical actress. Is this living the dream?
It is definitely living the dream, and I really love it. But there's also a lot of pressure. And I have to deal with a lot of stress too sometimes. So sometimes I just forget that it's not just a job, but then working with people like Andy make me realize again how lucky we are.
How is standing on that stage? Is the first time worse, or is every night as nerve-wracking as the last? Does it get easier?
I think it does get easier a little bit. Yeah. But there will always be a good, healthy amount of nerve.
Yeah, some butterflies in the stomach.
Yeah.
And Andy,
makes you feel alive.
Yeah,
Awake.
you're right. If you don't have that, then I think you just don't care enough, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, you've got
sometimes.
no pulse.
But with you, Andy, being an actor before in it and now doing the directing, what's that like to be on the other side? What do you prefer? Because I hear like many athletes, they don't like being manager as much as playing.
Well, I was standing on stage and I didn't feel that thing she's talking about.
Oh, really? The butterflies?
I was like, I'm not feeling the butterflies. I'm up here. I don't know why I'm up here.
Oh, wow. So this was towards the end of your acting career.
Yeah, and I was and I was just like, I wanted to create. And my I was standing there and I was worrying about what the lights were doing and like what the other person was doing. I was like, I need to not be
So that realization like came later in your career.
It came later on, and then but I always knew I wanted to direct, and then and now I passionately love working with actors.
Okay, that's brilliant
And
that you
artists.
found your new calling.
I love working with actors. And I do love musical theater.
That's great that you're working in it then, Andy.
Yeah.
Then this question to both of you as well. You've both worked on many musicals. It doesn't have to be one that you've worked in either, but what is your favourite musical? If you had to recommend one to our listeners, this is the one you must watch. I hate to put you on the spot because I know that's an impossible question. What would it be? Apart from Rent, obviously.
Okay. Something that you must watch.
Yes. If you were to only watch one musical for the rest of your life.
Oh man, I would say Les Miserables, but I don't think that's a good choice because it's so heavy for someone who doesn't know musical theater.
Right.
Les Mis is a bit too long of a sit. Aida.
Aida. Okay,
Yes.
go and watch it, even though it's impossible to watch now that it's finished its run. Andy, what about you? You're thinking over there.
I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to interject
Okay.
at some point and be like, it's
This is the one.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
But it has to
Thinking
be a
about it.
musical that I was in.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't.
It could be anything. Yeah, that's opened it up. We're going to talk for hours now, I feel. Going to run out of time. But Leon has a question that he's got for you. He says you were on the NBC variety program Oh My Part You.
Yes.
How was it being on there? What did you do on there?
I sang a song. I sang a few songs. It's a competition actually between two singers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What was the experience like?
It was. It was fun.
Okay.
It was fun. I just love singing, and
Yeah.
I love singing on stage or for TV or yeah. And I sang one of my favorite songs, which is "This Is Me"
Okay.
from The Greatest Showman.
Oh, wow.
So,
Are you keen on doing more of that kind of thing, like on the TV side?
I would love to.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Does that mean you would, like, say goodbye to musicals
Never.
and go full-time on the TV?
Never.
You're going to stick to your passion.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Andy, our listeners, many of them from abroad, and many of them maybe haven't been to Korea but are really desperate to come. Out of all the places you've been to, what do you think of Korea? How does it rank in terms of where you can be totally honest?
In terms of musical theater?
In terms of
Or-
musical theatre and as a place.
And as a place.
Yeah.
The Korean musical theater artists are highly skilled.
Really?
There's an abundance of talent.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. There's a good work ethic as
As a
well.
phenomenal work ethic, but like the actual, like, they're able to act and sing and but really sing. Like better than most other places.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, really?
the skill is incredibly high.
Wow.
What I love about the Korean culture
Mm-hmm.
personally is also I'm from the Cuban culture. It doesn't feel any different than my own culture.
Oh, really? Is there similarities then?
It feels very like they're passionate about food, and there's a warmth, and I feel like the Koreans where they're very in touch with how they're feeling.
Yeah.
In my experience,
Yeah, they don't like to
particularly
hide
with
their
artists,
feelings.
they don't
yeah.
hide their feelings, which is very Latin as well, and they're loud as well, and demonstrative in that way, which is very much like the Latin culture. So I don't feel a cultural difference there.
Oh,
I feel the
wow.
only cultural difference is in the language
Okay.
and the amount of spice that's put in the food.
Is it much more spicy
It's
here
way
in
more
Korea?
spicy. Yeah.
Yeah, I have heard that comparison before with like Latino cultures, both being a bit hot-headed, you know.
Yes, yes,
fiery
yes.
tempers. That's wonderful to hear. Na-young, I think I asked you this before, but maybe for our global listeners, you lived a lot of your life abroad as well, right?
Yeah, I am Dutch actually.
Yeah, right, by nationality. So how has it been? You don't regret moving here? Are you totally happy with your decision to
Korea
make the
is my
permanent move?
home now, so I'm
Yeah.
very happy to be here. But I'm also very happy that I could have traveled many places in the world and that we have internet, so I still feel very connected to those places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And would you what aspect of Korea would you recommend to other people? It could be a place, a food, an aspect of the culture.
Oh.
I'm giving you all these difficult questions. I do apologize.
소맥.
Someg, really, the soju and beer combination. Well, I will agree that it's better than just soju by itself. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's my favorite cocktail out there.
I don't want to encourage people to drink,
Of course,
but I do
in
think
moderation.
in moderation. But I think Korean culture, there's a drinking culture.
Yeah, has that come into, I wanted to ask that actually, into
Yeah.
the musical like build up into your work ethic? Do you guys do the Korean hwaeshik, like have a drink and a meal after practice?
Yes, definitely.
Really?
Oh, yeah,
Is
for
that
sure.
essential as well?
I
'Cause-
think especially Rent.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
Absolutely. I couldn't, you know what? When I'm doing the casting process,
Yeah.
You're
I
like,
couldn't cast people who don't love food and drink.
Oh, fantastic.
he's like, I could have a beer with you.
Exactly. Like you could just tell, like the essence of the person would
Yeah.
lend it that can be in Rent would lend themselves to having delicious food and drink afterwards.
Well, that's wonderful, because that's why we do it in Korea, right? Some people are critical about it, but it's to get closer to one another,
Exactly.
right? To
Absolutely.
share
That
the
connection,
bond.
that
Absolutely.
sharing a bond. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that is very Korean.
Absolutely. So we have been talking about it all this week. We've got the 2 pairs of tickets that you guys have kindly given us for the, I believe, June 23rd performance, if I'm not mistaken. So listeners, if you're in Korea, do send us messages. You could be prize winners. And just a final greeting from you, Andy and Na-young, to the listeners.
My musical
Oh,
is West Side Story.
West Side Story.
Oh, why?
Oh,
I think the
surprised.
music is so beautiful. I think the music is just
It is beautiful.
stunning and gorgeous and epic.
Okay.
And I think that if you get to see it, a really great production, the choreography is going to be outstanding and stunning. And it's also, it's the Romeo and Juliet story. So you can follow the story without getting lost. And so I think West Side Story
That's
would be
a good
the
place
show.
to finish with Andy's fantastic recommendation. Did you think of one, Niall? You seem surprised by Andy.
No, but I think it's a really good suggestion.
Fantastic. Okie dokie. Well, thank you so much for coming in, guys. We're going to play later on an Ivy track, because Andy, you mentioned Ivy's in the production, so you're on her
Ivy's in
side.
the production, yeah.
Fantastic. All right, but we'll finish things up here with Jonathan Larson's Seasons of Love. Good luck with the run.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I hope I can see both of you again in the studio one day.
That would be
Hopefully,
lovely.
yes.
Thank you.
Thanks.